Do you guys get excited like me where you think and you look to the future and you're like, man, just the possibility of where your portfolio could be in the next 24 to 48 months? I get excited about that. And I'm liking what I'm seeing from the cryptocurrency space. Just seeing this positive movement to start the year off. Crypto showing life in the midst of all the negativity that we went through. Now we're going to talk about Hedera HashGraph. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We got a lot of new people joining the crypto space, and I'm telling you, when you build these portfolio, you got to have a few crypto projects that you feel is going to be long-term holds. Now we're going to be talking about Hedera and why it could potentially be one of those long-term holds that a lot of people right now are sleeping on. You can see Hedera's up 5% on the day, market cap sitting at $1 billion valuation, and the volume family is up a whopping 43%. We're seeing some moves on the daily time frame, but you know me, I like to personally have Hedera set on a weekly time frame because I really believe Hedera is going to be here for a long time. When you look at the council and some of the things that they're working on, you can see why it's so much hype behind it, and the community really continues to drive the point home on utility and use case. And if you're new to crypto, we can have speculative projects all day long, but you need to have some hardcore projects in your portfolio that represent true utility and use case, not financial advice. Taking a look here at this picture, not sure if it's photoshopped, if it's real, but the visual family of a Hedera store really shows that where we could be going in the future. Crypto stores, just think about that, and look at all of the beautiful companies here that sit on the Hedera council. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later in the video. Again, leave a comment. I love to see your opinion, but this excites me, and this is some of the things how I was bringing up when I first started the video. It's like, man, my portfolio in the next 24 to 48 months could go crazy. And just looking at some of the beautiful things that crypto is working on. I mean, Hedera got this Hashpack wallet here, similar to Trust Wallet. If you don't know, these are storages. So we know the term not your keys, not your crypto. But when you look at some of these storages here, these digital storages like Trust Wallet, Hashpack Wallet, none of them award this ability. Now you're seeing Hedera Hashpack Wallet add the ability to create Hedera account using Google, Facebook, or Twitter in the future. So you know how when you sign up for an app and you don't want to do the whole email process, you could just sign up through your Facebook. You could just sign up through your Google. We know Google sits at the Hedera council. So this is exciting me because this could accelerate crypto adoption, especially family in the Hedera ecosystem. And I just think that's huge right there. Also, we're seeing BlackRock add Bitcoin to their 15 trillion global allocation funds. BlackRock still making moves in the crypto space. And guess what? It's kind of a coincidence that they're making all of these moves while crypto is flying under that $1 trillion valuation. We're sitting at about $824 billion, family. So this is huge. This is huge because we know BlackRock literally invests into some of those companies that sit at the Hedera council. Again, the 15 trillion asset that BlackRock Global Allocation Fund manages should increase with the inclusion of Bitcoin. Bitcoin adoption is growing non-stop, family. And I must say, crypto adoption is growing non-stop. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. You can see here, one of the things that pointed out to me, because I mean, BlackRock invests into Google. BlackRock also up here invests into Boeing. And just to let you know, I'm not just pulling your leg. You can see this is directly from BlackRock's holding. They literally hold, what's this, $40 billion worth of Google, and then another $4 million in Boeing. And these are BlackRock holdings here. So family, pay attention to what's going on. Not to add, there's been rumors that Hedera plans on working on a CBDC, a digital dollar, excuse me, with central banks. Now, if you don't know what CBDCs is, And if you've been to, been following me for a while, please bear with me. We get a lot of new people on the channel. We've been growing crazy as of late, and I appreciate you guys. It says central bank digital currencies are digital versions of fiat currencies issued and backed by central banks. They can be used for a variety of purposes, including means of payment, a store value, and a settlement asset. Now, we're going to talk about why Hedera could possibly be used as a utility for a CBDC. You can see here, it says it is possible that Hedera network could be used to support the issuance and use of CBDCs in a number of ways. For example, the Hedera network could be used to facilitate the transfers of CBDCs between central banks and other financial institutions, or between individuals and businesses. This is huge because Hedera is bringing that interoperability between crypto and institutions, even individuals and businesses. The network's fast transaction processing speed, high levels of security, scalability, not to add it's green, makes it well suited for handling large volumes of transactions, which could be useful in the context of CBDCs. So family, definitely keep that in mind when you're looking at Hedera on a watch list, or just thinking like, hey, this might be a project I want to hold for long term. Because as we move to the new messaging system, which is ISO 222, a lot of people have heard about it. I don't want to really correlate it with crypto because in a way it's not really correlated with crypto, but it's good to see some of these projects going compliant and moving towards regulation. So I just wanted you guys to keep that in mind. I'm going to leave you with an example or how a lot of these countries are working towards CBDCs. This is straight from Lewis D. Swift, head of the UK and Ireland. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Around the sort of the interoperability piece. So I think there's an element, if we go and create sort of CBDCs in specific countries and we want that cross-border element, how do we do that? In fact, it's not just limited to CBDCs. It could be any kind of digital island that could be created in the context of its own sort of remit. And I think from the Swift position, we're looking at, okay, well, how do we ensure that we get interoperability between these platforms, between these systems, between these digital currencies? And to sound a little bit like a broken record, we're going to kind of go back to, okay, are they built on ISO 20022? Do we have the same frameworks? But really for us, it's around how do we experiment in that kind of cross-border sense. So we have a couple of experiments that we're working on currently around how do we look at the kind of, for want of a better phrase, the FX. If you've got two CBDCs in two different countries and jurisdictions, how does that work in practice? Because at the moment we're seeing a lot of theory. Well, how do we apply some practicality to it, and how do we start to test and see how that may work? But I think our key position on that is really about the interoperability and how could we make it work cross-border if it is something that the industry decides to take forward in anger.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. I'm going to see you in the next one. It's your boy Soap Guys TV, Millie. I'm out.